Good morning, USA, soccer fans and football fans and worldwide fans. A special shout out to the AFL. Tuesday morning, today starts League Cup play again. Later on beIN Sport at starting at 12:55 is Liverpool taking on a smaller club, and then later Chelsea plays, and then tomorrow. More games, and also Real Madrid plays in the Copa del Rey, and Barcelona the next day, I believe. Anyway, there's games all week long on beIN Sports, and a few on FS1, I think. Fox Sports 1, right? Or Fox Sports 2. Okay, anyway, so let's recap a little bit about what went on this past weekend. Barclays Premier League. Chelsea goes to Man U and gives up a draw. A late tying goal by Robin Van Persie off of a set piece from Angel Di Maria. Fellaini gets a head on it, it bounces around, and then Van Persie puts it in, 1-1. Drogba had scored earlier. Chelsea still at the top of the table, though. And you have Southampton in there, too, and West Ham United, and Arsenal, and the other teams, Liverpool and Man City, are a little further down. Or maybe Man City's in the top 4. To go back and look. And Man U's further down too. So anyway, of course we saw El Clásico with La Liga with Real Madrid defeating Barcelona 3-1. Beautiful game. And the referee did a great job. 30 years old. Only 30 years old. He started refereeing when he was 12. Became a FIFA ref when he was 29. So last year. Anyway. Okay. Women's games. The USA, congratulate them for winning the CONCACAF title and advancing to next year's World Cup, obviously, along with Costa Rica and Mexico. Mexico had to beat, in the third place game, Trinidad and Tobago, I believe, and they will then have to play a playoff game, Trinidad against Ecuador, to go. Anyway, why is my nose itching this morning? I'm sorry for my hair, it's a little wet still, see? Okay. So, news in MLS. Chivas officially folds after this season, and a new team in LA, hopefully with their own stadium also, is set to start up play in 2017. New York FC and Orlando SC, New York Football Club, Orlando Soccer Club. See the SC and the FC? That explains those things. They will now become part of the Eastern Conference, and Houston and Sporting KC will become part of the Western Conference, and that will start next season. Okay, I want to touch on something and then talk about the women's game in regards to a refereeing point, even though I don't have my ref uniform on. I'll do that maybe tomorrow based on what happens in today's games, if I have to have some points about refereeing. But today, I'm a civilian. I'm about to watch those games, and you guys know the drill. Right? Okay. One quick thing. What is with some of these players rolling up their shorts on one side of their own, just on one leg, so that we have to see their thigh for the whole friggin' game? Alexis Sanchez does that now with Arsenal, and Alex Song, I saw him do it. He was a former player with Barcelona. He's on loan. What is it with these guys? They're so friggin' vain that we have to see their thigh throughout the whole game? Come on. Be professional. Put your shorts down. Crying out loud. Okay. A point boils my blood. You know me about the law in regards to handling. And you know how I hate the term handball, because that term insinuates that any time a ball touches the hand or something wrong has occurred. If these announcers got used to using the term handling, it would better educate their viewers and cause less confusion. Even a referee, Dr. Joe Matchik, uses the term handball. What's the matter with you? You're a friggin' referee, for crying out loud. You know that's not the term you're supposed to use. Handling. It must be deliberate. Okay, so now, Tony DeChico is calling the game, yesterday's Mexico game. and a handling occurs. And actually later on a handling occurred that he didn't even talk about. That was a goal that was controversial. But anyway, so after a handling occurs by a Mexican player and the referee calls it, this is what he says. Verbatim. I like that handball call. Of course, no one really knows what a handball is anymore. I mean, everybody thinks this is a handball or that's a handball. FIFA really needs to clean that up. And technically, when it goes from foot to hand, it's not a handball. But I absolutely think it should be a handball, and I'm glad this referee called it. What do you, as a professional involved in this sport for decades, not get about the law in regards to handling? What do you mean no one knows what it is? Is it too confusing for you to understand that handling occurs when you deliberately handle the ball by your deliberate action, or as far as bringing the hand or any part of this to the ball, right? Or putting your arm or hand in a position so as to make contact with the ball in its flight path or on the ground, right? And there's another pet peeve of mine. People refer to it as putting your hand in an unnatural position. What the hell is unnatural as far as how your body reacts? If your arm were able to bend this way against your elbow, that would be unnatural. But everything else you do is natural. So please, stop using that term either. Use the term deliberate. It must be deliberate in order for it to be called handling. What is so difficult about understanding that, Mr. DeChico? Tony? Asking FIFA to clean it up? Well, what the hell does that mean? Asking FIFA to clean that up. Here's another one you talked about. Being 10 yards away when there's a free kick taken. Because that occurred when a player was trying to take a free kick and the Mexican player came in and was about 2 yards away and stuck her foot out in the path of where the player was trying to quick kick it. And then the referee called it. Didn't issue a caution, which she should have. And that's what Tony was referring to, that should have been a caution. And again, he says FIFA needs to clean that up, being 10 yards away. What is it with you and FIFA that you think FIFA needs to do? Do you have a beef against FIFA for some reason? I don't know. Anyway, I've gone long enough. I'm rambling. I can see the post is getting a little long. I want to come back later, so that's good for you guys for right now. What do we say? Including the little guy now. We say no to racism. And we also say, USA. Hello.